Thank you for being on the podcast. This is my podcast, Talks on or Off. And with this podcast, I get different individuals on, talk about them, talk about different topics in life, like relationships or mental illness. But with you, I met you once before, but I would like to get to know you a little bit better. So that's going to be the gist of the conversation. Of course, there'll be different questions I ask you that intrigue me. So if you just want to introduce yourself, where you're from, all that fun stuff.
Okay, cool. So my name is Adrian. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's where I live. I'm born and raised. I'm 23. Just turned 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love short introductions.
What is that? All right, you gotta get me going. Ask them questions.
Yeah, for sure. So, for a lot of people who don't know about Oklahoma, I mean, I feel like we're not really a southern state and not really a Midwest state. Because when you think of southern, you think of like Texas, South Carolina, Georgia, Louisiana, things of that nature. But when you think of like Midwest, it's more of Kansas City and more in the middle. So growing up in Oklahoma, in your opinion, what was it like? Was it country? Was it, just urban, not urban, rural? One of those words.
For me, growing up, I say it was more country.
Okay.
Because I do have a white mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really have interact with my black half of the family, as you could say. So I just raised by a white mama, single white mama.
Mm-hmm.
Country music, family time, all of that. Yeah.
See, I think I got lucky with my
In the house.
right in the house until you was outside.
We'll get to that later.
No, I feel like I got lucky with my mom because my family's from California, so we had a little bit of I wouldn't say ghetto-ness, but we grew up in the hood, right? So I feel like with them being from California, it kind of gave us a little bit of more swagger in the sense because we didn't listen to country music. Again, we grew up out west or out north where there is black kids. So I'm not glad that I didn't listen to country music. Country music is good, but I already don't have rhythm, so I feel like it would have been fucked up if I listened to country music. And I tell people, like, I feel like being born black and then raised by a poor white people, that's like a double negative.
It is.
Man, especially in this country because like they already don't fuck with you because you're black. And now you're poor with white families? Oh my goodness.
You're just like, where do I fit in? Where do I belong?
Right.
Like I'm trying to find my way.
It's not even fit in. I'm like, fuck, y'all know y'all got privilege?
That is true.
Bro.
I do get a lot of privilege, but it's because I'm a girl. And I am kind of pretty, so.
Don't say kinda. We empower people on this podcast. So
okay, well, in that case, really I am big fine.
There you go. There you go. So being raised by a single mom, that could cause a lot of hidden traumas that we don't.
Trauma that we don't talk about. That
there
we
you
don't
go.
Want to talk about.
You know what? Just get into it. You got it. You got it.
Nah, go ahead. I'm just adding on one to you.
For sure. Well, tell me what that is like. I mean, so I know I have a 3-year-old, and I see how important it is for me to be a role model in his life. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't imagine what it's like for a girl, because I feel like a girl, your father is your first, like, protector, love, everything you need to see in order to have, like, a respectable husband in the future.
And when you don't have that, you look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you run into multiple problems.
Yeah. And those problems can really damage a woman. I tell people if we can be like God in this sense, or just look at everyone's story and we look at women who are in strip clubs or in prostitution or things of that nature, you will see it starts damn near the same, with that trauma or broken homes or no father. And it's like, how important are our relationships as like people, because we're social people, we're this, we're that, but it's like when we remove certain things, we damage ourselves completely. So is that like that for you? Like, did you feel a certain type of way when you came to that realization, like, damn, I am raised by a single mom, or where is this said person?
Okay, so when I say a single mom, from the ages of like that I can remember, from like 2 to maybe 5 or 6, there was someone. He was like a stepdad to me, and I loved him. You know, I'm not gonna talk about him like that much, but he was there. He stepped in as a father figure, and don't get me wrong, I did see my dads on the weekends and everything because they had shared custody, but not really having a father figure that's actually your father, it's kind of hard in a sense. Because you don't know actually what love is at that point. Like, you have your mother's love, but you don't actually have that male figure. So
right.
You don't really know what protection is, or you don't know what it feels like to just have like a male in your life. Because for me, growing up, male attention was uncomfortable for me. I didn't like it. Anytime a male would come around, a new male, I'd feel very uncomfortable. Not that anything had happened in my past to me, like rape or anything like that, nothing like that, but it was just, I wasn't comfortable. Like, I'm not being racist here, but if it was a white male, I definitely feel comfortable. But if it was a black male, I would feel uncomfortable, just in the sense of that I wasn't used to it, right. I guess you could say. Yeah, let me hit this, because, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But go ahead.
No, I mean, it is really difficult. And I feel like with my podcast, I try to be as, like, deep as possible so people can understand that these feelings are real, but they are beatable. You know, they're not conquerable in the sense of, like, they're completely gone, but they're beatable. I have bad days, I have sad days, but I know that if I continue reminding myself... Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I got some good weed, guys.
Man. Ooh, that's hot. All right.
Yeah, do your thing. Where was I at?
I forgot to.
It's all right. I'm just enjoying this.
I know I'm rambling a lot, but...
No, it's okay. But yeah, that's why I try to be so straightforward with this. The things we go through are beatable. And I had to find that out the hard way. You know, like, I gained so much weight in my previous relationship, not feeling self-motivated, super self-conscious. I was 477 pounds at one point, and I lost 106 pounds. And
okay.
Thank
Here,
you.
Give me a little...
Yeah. Well, elbow thing. I'm handsome now.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you were handsome before. I just met you. So
I was okay. But no.
Body positivity over here.
Yeah.
Never. Everyone is beautiful in their skin.
No, but I had to go through a lot of things, and what I found out is there literally are two paths that you can take. I could take, path A and continue to drown in this depression, continue to gain a lot of weight, and eventually be left to deal with everything by myself. I would lose, the house, my son, or whatever, if things turned out differently. So when I talk to people and I feel the hurt or feel the trauma, I try to let them know, like, hey, I fuck up too. I fucked up a lot. Because a lot of people say, like, oh, you're an inspiration for losing so much weight. You're an inspiration for having a podcast. And to me, like, my mom told me to stop telling people this, but I don't feel like I'm an inspiration. I feel like I'm just a regular nigga that wants to be better. And it gotten so easy for me to feel that way that I kind of get upset when people have excuses. Like, oh, I can't go to the gym today because of this. Or I can't get over this girl because she's blah, blah, blah. This shit's stupid to me.
It is.
Because I've been through it and I've overcame it.
And just like, why would you let that control your life?
For sure. And I understand.
Stay at the bottom when you could be up here. Right.
Like, when people say the greatest revenge is success, I didn't understand that when I was younger.
Man.
But looking now, with everything I've done now, and seeing what previous people that done me wrong cannot even accomplish, feels good. Knowing that you have... I'm going to be selfish on this podcast. Knowing that you have a one-up on somebody, or knowing that they can't say shit about you now.
It makes you feel good.
The most beautiful thing in the world.
It does. I'm not going to lie. It makes you feel good.
Right. But then again, that selfishness has to turn into a positive output. So I'm not going to go to someone who is heavier than me and Do you still want?
I
Sorry,
do. I
I
wasn't
talking.
gonna say anything.
I
but
saw you
was
looking.
like,
I saw you looking. There's some nice eyelashes, so I saw them like go up and down.
thank you. I just got them done. Shout out to. Can I say names on here?
Yeah.
Abby Martinez, 918 Beauty on Facebook. She does a great job.
Yeah, go check her out, guys. Man, those eyebrows, they be getting pretty good. But I be seeing people with the big ass eyebrows. I'm like, how do you blink? Not eyebrows, eyelashes.
I was like, eyebrows?
I don't. Okay, so eyelashes, eyebrows, and then whatever this part, eyeshadow. Eyelid. All the same thing. Because y'all be putting like 30 different makeups on in that area.
That is true. But if you're like me, and you don't give a fuck about that,
for sure,
you just look pretty natural.
Yeah, you do have a nice natural glow.
Thank you.
But I think you would look really pretty with like a yellow or an orange.
Not a yellow.
Not a yellow?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm already yellow.
I understand, but like, especially in the summertime, do like a nice yellow eyeshadow. I feel like it will complement your face really well.
True.
Because I mean, like you said, you're all yellow, but I feel like when the sun hits it, it adds a different type of. It makes you glow. That's just me. I don't do makeup, guys. I don't do makeup.
I don't do makeup either. That's why I'm natural all the time. I don't know how to do makeup, so any tips? Yeah. Go ahead and send them my way.
Man, damn, where was I at before I got on that tangent? But yes,
be honest.
It's alright. So I've gotten so well with having to remember things because my other podcast partner don't remember shit always. And I smoke a lot of weed, so I feel like it's not fair, but I still have to because of the podcast and things. So where we were at was the selfishness. So putting in the selfishness and then bringing out positivity. So yes, you can be selfish on why you want to obtain said thing. But now you have to output positivity. So you have to go to somebody if they're struggling and give them the game or give somebody advice or show somebody the ropes. But it gets to a certain point to where you have to be careful with who you're giving your energy to. And it took me a long time because there was this guy, me and him were always like bigger people. And I was trying to give him some advice on how to go to the gym or the mindset to have to overcome himself, and he just didn't really follow the method. So I'm like, all right, fuck
like
it.
He didn't put in the effort.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm not now going to hit him up and be like, hey man, make sure you're on your shit.
Because at that point,
you're a grown ass man.
You don't have the same interest anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get to a certain point where you want to be better, that your conversation is different. Like I can't hang out with certain people that I used to because what are we going to talk about now? You know, I'm on level 10 and you're still thinking about dumb shit. So is there anything like that for you to where once you grew up and became your own person, you're like, fuck, I don't want to move a certain way anymore because of how I think now?
I don't know about friendships, but in my last relationship, yeah. I feel like I was growing a lot. And I feel like he wasn't on the same page or pace as me. So we just went our separate ways. And like, it wasn't a bad breakup, but it's just like, I think eventually people do outgrow each other. And you do want to change. And I think it's okay for anybody to want that. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, it's just, we were on two different levels. And I just felt like he was stuck in a space to where he couldn't leave, like financially, like mentally, like every way around. And I just felt like I didn't want to be in that situation anymore. So we had a long conversation about it. And I was like, I don't think it's healthy for us, honestly, in a sense, because I'm not going to put all my business out there, but we were going through other things from that. So it's just, you know, sometimes you do have to let people go. Like, it'll hurt, like it really hurt.
Right.
But it's good for you afterwards, you know, because people do have to grow up. And I think everybody needs to learn that lesson. You don't have to be with the same person just because you're with them, you know. You can always grow and change and break up. And in the future, if they've grown up in a way that you like and you come back to each other and, you know, in your future self, in your life, then maybe it could work again. Right. But if not, then that's okay too. You can always stay friends, you know, keep in contact. But if not, then that's okay too. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I love the way you think, because not a lot of women, especially, you said you're 22?
23.
23. not a lot of women at 23 think like that. They want to, especially, so I call it, because I've been through it, I call it like the single mama syndrome. And what that is...
I'm about to kill this, dude. Are you sure you don't?
No. This is...
I promise I'm not an alcoholic.
No. This is non-alcohol stuff. This is bubbly.
Oh, this is bubbly,
This
yes.
is bubbly. But no, so I call it the single mom syndrome. And what that is we develop these hidden insecurities or hidden traits that we pick up from seeing a single mother. And a lot of women want that connection with their significant other so bad because they didn't know what it's like to have a father be like, hey, if a man don't treat you this way, or you're not responsible for a man's blah, blah, blah. So for a woman, it's like, okay, I don't want that man to leave, or I don't want that void to feel empty again. So a lot of women stay. A lot of women sacrifice themselves to help somebody else, and it tears them apart. So how was that for you, knowing that you are better and you deserve better, and not stay with somebody who is not beneficial for you?
I was just tired of having to repeat myself constantly. I think that was a really big thing. If I'm telling you like 2 or 3 times, there really shouldn't even be a third time.
Right.
So if you're not doing that, then you gotta go and let them know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I done told you, I communicated to you, because communication is a very big deal to me. It's a very big deal.
I agree.
So it's just like, if I'm not getting that, then it's time for me to either end it after I've tried to work on it. So it's just best, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not saying that I'm going to go to someone else instantly. No, I like being by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I love myself. So I feel like people need to learn to be alone first before they actually get into serious relationships. Because, like, how do you know who you are, you know, if you're not? Because for me, I like to spend a lot of time with my person. So, like, I like to pick up traits that they like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, you know, you do forget about yourself. And it's very easy because you're so in tune or so involved with the other person that it's just like, okay, well, what do I want, you know? So I think it's best to actually know what you want and to know yourself before you get into that type of situation.
So do you think you know yourself now?
I feel like I've grown a lot. I'm not as naive as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still growing. Everybody still grows, you know. I'm still learning. But if I was to get into another relationship, I do know what I want, I feel like. And if I'm not getting that, then you're not the person for me, you know? And that's okay.
For sure. Yeah, and what I tell people now is love or... So I don't like the word love because we can say we love anything. You know, like, oh, I love podcasting. I love my favorite food.
We use it all the time.
Right.
You know, it's just a fun word to throw around.
For sure. So I tell people love is not a set in stone thing. So if I was to get into a relationship, I would now match my version of love to what their version of love is. Mm-hmm. And we will construct it around that. So if she don't feel like it's necessary for us to go on 50,000 dates, then I won't. Then I won't.
I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Like if we don't feel like it's important to post on social media about our shit, like things of that nature, like it don't have to be the norm. You don't have to.
But I'm just going to tell you right now, it does feel good to be posted. You
for
know?
Sure.
It's like, oh, I'm being appreciated. He wants people to know that, you know.
Right. I'm talking
but
more...
But it doesn't have to be all the time, though.
Yeah,
that's
like
not...
shit we go through. Like, I don't want to be, like, hitting subliminals. Like, oh, I wish women would just listen.
Yeah, like, don't be posting our business on the social media. That's between you and I. Like, no.
And I feel like that's the biggest... That, and, like, I understand going to, like, your friends or different things of that nature. But only... So, I heard this guy, and... He was upset because she went to somebody. Oh, yeah, she was going to her friends, and her friend was talking down about him. And she was like, well, you go to your mom or your friends. And he was like, yeah, and they take your side. So, like, every time they're showing me how to be a better man for you. Mm-hmm. And on your side, she is telling you why you should leave me. That's the type of shit that breaks up relationships. And then it's easy because... I tell people all the time, and correct me if I'm wrong, women cheat off of emotion. So let's just say I hurt your feelings, and you go to the club, you have a couple shots, and then some man's like, "Hey, hold on, just listen. Let me cook here.
I'm listening.
Let me
Go
cook
ahead.
here, right?
Go ahead.
Because I know how men work. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
that type of man, but one of my friends, and he's a player. Man, I had to grow up with handsome people, and it makes me so mad. Oh, Jose, the Rican.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't fucking stand him. Shout out to him, though. I hope he sees this. But no, handsome people. But anyway, it gets to a point to where, and again, this is just my opinion. Women will start to get comfortable with any type of affection once the true love is damaged just a little bit. And I feel like the crack in that armor can really fuck up people. And like with men, I feel like because it's obtainable, like you don't even have to do nothing to your man. And if he's working with somebody who's nicer just because they're only working together 8 hours, he starts to have that vulnerability or that comfortability with the facade of having a perfect woman, knowing that damn well if they were together 24 hours a day, y'all are similar.
They would be in the same situation.
Exactly. So that's the thing with me is like we have to find a base or a balance to where if I am upset with you, I have to now understand how we can solve this, but why are you worth me solving this for? I feel like that should be the reason why after an argument we should come together and be better. Because if you're worth me trying to figure out how to please you better or how to be a better person, then I feel like we should.
Okay, so
yeah, that was a lot. I'm sorry. Going back to the alcohol and the club thing, she don't think it's a thing.
Okay, no, it's not that I don't think it's a thing, because some females do that, and I feel like they're weak if they do that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I'm glad. No, not at all. I'm glad talking to different women because we get to see different personalities. And that's why I hate having like reoccurring guests, because different people will show you different ways to live, different ways to act. But go ahead.
So I feel like if a woman cheats, because you did say something about cheating earlier.
Right.
And I just want to clarify that.
For sure.
It takes two different people. So from my perspective, I have cheated, yes, and I'm not proud of it. And for God forbid,
I've been cheated on.
I know.
I'm hurt, guys.
I know. So let me just finish. Let me finish.
Yeah, do you? Okay. Oh, my. Do you think? You let me finish. Okay. Go ahead.
So, and I'm not proud of it. And God forbid he sees this, because he doesn't know.
Well, by that time I'll be famous. You won't even know him anymore.
I'm not gonna say any names, but if you know who you are, I am so sorry. I did regret it as soon. I wanted to tell you as soon as it happened.
Oh, that don't.
I just did it because.
Oh, go ahead. Do your thing.
It's just like cheating on someone after 2 years is a big deal.
No, yeah, I know.
So like,
it is.
Anyways, I do feel you on cheating is emotional, but if I've communicated to you several times that I'm not happy, and it's things that you're doing that are making me unhappy, and I don't want you to change for me necessarily, but we can work on it, you know? Or like we can just go our separate ways, you know, if it's that serious of a problem. But for me, I communicated it, like several times, at least like 4 or 5 times. And at that point, that is too much. But when you want a relationship to work because you've been with someone for so long, and you don't want to leave that person because you're just constantly around them, like, it'll be hard. But anyways, and so I cheated, I did. And I didn't tell that person.
Yeah, one sec.
But
so hearing all that, right?
Okay.
As a man who's been told that, right? Oh, I told you I was this, I was that, or I wanted to tell you I felt so bad.
See,
I'm not saying this directly to you.
I was playing a game, though.
Right, for sure. I mean, the people do things for different reasons, but we don't want it. I could care less that it hurts me more that you said I regretted it. It hurts me more saying I wanted to tell you.
Exactly.
Because you knew you loved me. Yeah. You knew that this was wrong.
But
So for the fact,
but hear this out though, he cheated first.
right? I'm just saying my perspective.
And he was like, "That's
I don't cheat.
And he was like, "That's how I figured out I loved you.
Yeah.
I cheated on you, and I felt bad about it."
Well, fuck him.
And I was like,
fuck
what?
him. Forget what I heard.
Young and naive, but being a dumb.
Yeah.
BITCH. I stayed.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's not really gonna do it again.
Oh.
Like,
Man, fuck dude.
I give second chances over here.
Yeah.
So, I did. I don't do that shit
we
no more.
shouldn't.
So let me clarify.
We don't got enough food for seconds over here, okay?
Okay.
Man, fuck out of here.
So, anyways, but yeah.
No,
And
never
I never
mind.
forgot that shit.
Yeah.
So.
Don't cheat again, but.
Exactly.
He was the type of
One
nigga.
only time, and then after that, like a few months after that, we wound up breaking up because I still wasn't happy, and I was like, if I'm really cheat on somebody, then I really don't care about you anymore.
Right.
So I had to break it off from him. So I was the one who initiated the ending, you know. So it was just like, I'm talking a few months. It was like a month later. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, for sure. I mean,
but yeah, just like if I wasn't happy and I kept communicating that to you, and you're not doing anything to fix it, and we're not doing anything to work on it to try to fix it, then it's time for us to move on.
For sure.
So that's what happened.
No, that's respectable.
And he moved on a month later, and I stayed single. So
yeah.
I was like, those 2 years didn't mean shit to you.
Don't you say that.
That's how I feel. That's how I felt.
For sure.
At the moment, so.
No, and I feel like what I had to learn is that I was a selfish man we can switch blunts if you want.
Okay. Because I was like.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I keep relighting it. It's not doing its thing. I don't know.
I wasn't going to say. See, I'm a really nice person.
You are.
I'm a wonderful person.
Because my feelings would have been hurt. I just want you to know that, okay? But no, so I used to have a blunt roller. And it broke. So I try to roll my own things now. And as you can see, it doesn't work.
He would have done a wonderful job compared to me because I don't know how to roll papers.
Yeah.
Just the blunts. So.
But see, what I like about these ones is they're not as long as the other ones, but they're wider, right? It's not about the length, right? So I just feel like it's easier for me to...
Okay. It kind of is. But...
You know what? Now we're hopping into that. Forget relationships.
Okay, hold on. But...
We have to defend average people of it. We have to offend... Actually...
Because I've had a few people. Yeah, they weren't that...
Right.
You know, they weren't that... what's the word? Blessed.
Yeah, there we go.
That blessed.
It wasn't that blessed.
But they had a very good, width, so it was workable. They knew how to work with it, so it was good.
For sure. So, see, the coochie expands. If you're enjoying it, it expands. Yes. So that girth, it's there for a reason. Right.
But the length does matter sometimes.
For sure.
You want a little more. Just a little bit.
A little bit more. Inches.
A little bit.
See, and what I've experienced, I was really big. So it's like certain positions I couldn't do then, I could do now. So I'm like, did I gain some more dick, or did I just have a lot of dick and I was just big and I didn't know said things? So it's like, I don't know like what it is at this point. But I just try to live with it. I be looking at it, I be like, bro, are we cool? But I think we're okay. And that's why sex shouldn't be just a one-dimensional thing. I feel like it should be like a basketball player. You should be good on offense, should be good on defense. Be good at eating coochie, right?
Okay.
Hold on. I had this conversation yesterday. Eating coochie is the best thing in the world.
And I had someone who disagreed, and I was like, what the fuck?
Was he gay?
Exactly. Like
we don't judge. Okay, we don't judge.
Our sex was wonderful. Like it was great.
Damn. I wonder if somebody out there say it was wonderful.
But the nigga head game was like weak as fuck, and I was like, what the hell? Like fingering, awesome. Like sex, amazing.
Right.
Head, what the fuck?
Was he skinny?
No.
Really?
I don't preferably like skinny people because I'm not skinny myself. So I just
man,
it's not a good time to me.
Yeah,
I don't want to feel your bones from the back. You know.
No, I agree. And plus, I'm strong as fuck, so I feel like I could. We'll save that for another podcast. But anyway. No, but I mean, that's weird. I wonder why that's a thing for him.
I don't know. But anyways, I had this sneaky link one time. And he was amazing at head. I'm talking, oh my God. And have you ever made a girl squirt?
I'd feel like I'm not a man if I haven't.
Exactly. Well, I've never done it before except for that one time. So, man, that should tell you something right there. If she ain't squirting, it ain't good.
And that's what I said. Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, if he can make you squirt and cream in the same transaction,
okay,
you won.
yes,
You win.
yes.
Don't get
You
squirt
did.
in your eye, though. That shit hurt.
At first, I thought it was pee, but nah,
It's a little bit of both.
it's both a little bit.
Depending.
I-
Eat your mangoes.
It is very important, females, to take your probiotics, to take your celery. Take care of your vagina, because your man will thank you later.
Right.
So let me just tell you,
Man.
eat right, eat fruits, eat your vegetables. If you don't eat vegetables, just drink your greens. Motherfucker, like, do it.
Ask your grandma for some remedies. Something, right?
Okay.
No, but it's just the best thing. They look pretty. Like, they can have, like, the little mustache. They can have the mohawk.
Oh, you're talking about coochie.
Yeah. What do you think I was talking about?
Okay.
I thought I was talking about grandmas.
I don't know where you were going with that, honestly.
Yeah.
But yes.
Man.
And for the females who don't have it dark down there because of the hair color,
What do
you
you
are
mean?
blessed.
What do you mean dark?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, we all know women have hair,
Right.
You know, in places,
For sure.
in the front and the back. I'm talking about the ass.
Man.
And if you say you don't, you lying. But eventually, like it turns dark because of your hair color and because if you like wax it or shave it. I think it's because of shaving.
Like your skin?
Like
dark?
your skin
Oh, okay.
tone down there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what do you call it? Roast beef.
Roast beef. Mm.
Okay.
I fuck with roast beef.
But okay, so
I've never had roast beef in my life.
really,
I don't think so.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just a little darker around
I'm
the
talking about
lips.
like real food. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy, you need to be more specific.
No, but and that's so and that's the thing. With coochie, you get variety. Of course, they're gonna start looking the same, but like you have the fatter lips.
Okay, I wanna know something. Oh, I got weed in my mouth.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. But does all coochie feel the same?
Okay, so I've only had sex with 2 women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so surprised when I found out the other, like, coochies was different. So yes, because the grooves
They feel different.
the grooves in the inside different.
Oh.
Yeah, because with the other person, it was the grooves were a little more back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with this person, it was a little more to the front. So I'm like, okay, this is different.
And which was better? The front.
I had a condom on the other one, so I don't know.
Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry.
I'm
It's
not.
a good thing you're using protection.
it's a great
Always use
thing.
protection, folks. But
Oh, because 3 years ago, or almost 4 years ago, I made that mistake, and he calls me daddy. Oh,
it's just because you didn't know how to pull out at
he's
that
not.
time,
He's not a
Julian.
mistake. He's not a mistake, guys.
No, your son is very beautiful.
Thank you.
He's very beautiful.
Thank you. But people don't understand. Well, I don't
You
think
need to
women.
learn how to pull out or be on birth control.
True.
Protect yourself. Because
Right.
I don't
Protect
have no
yourself.
kids yet.
So-
And this is 23, baby.
Congratulations.
So,
Congratulations. Because fuck. No, but that's the thing. Women don't understand. Not pulling, like, there's a different sensation. And it's amazing, right? But it comes with such a consequence. And, yeah, be safe out there, fellas. But yes, to answer your question, coochie feels different.
Definitely. And if you're not sure, you need to examine the coochie and the penis.
Right.
That's what I always do.
You grab it, be like,
I mean,
No,
no,
what is
but when
this
I
right
always, I like giving head. I'm not gonna lie, I do. So it's just I always examine it because if it even looks like you got something, I'm not putting my mouth on it. And you definitely ain't about to get in me because you got me fucked up.
and that's the scary.
And I will leave.
Right.
I will leave. I've left before in the middle of it because it wasn't good. So definitely, I'm not about to fake it for anybody. I'm a
Come
real
on.
ass person.
See, I tell people to lie to me.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Again.
Because then she gonna lie for fucking 5 or 6 years. Please don't do that.
Again, only had sex with 2 people. And the second person was only once. Anyway, examine things. Make sure. And that's the thing. Of examining.
And ask too, please. They might lie, but make sure you always ask.
Ask what?
Ask if you've ever had an STD, STDs.
Oh. See, I feel like if you stop having sex. How about that?
Yes. But it's just like you always have to be cautious. I always ask. I make sure to ask. Like, and if I don't, I always use a condom.
Right.
Because like I don't know where you been, who you been with. I don't.
That's the scariest
honestly,
thing. That's why I don't date.
Okay,
I'm so scared of Tulsa. I'm scared of Tulsa women.
Tulsa has the highest STD rate in the country, I think. On the world, I don't think in the world, but like in the United States area and population. You know
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Why are we fucking?
I like to fuck. And if it has to be by myself because I don't trust people, it's by myself, and I have a real good time.
Have you heard, do you know who K. Michelle is, the singer?
Yes.
You heard that song, "Loved Him"?
Could you just say, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
A smoker. No, you got me. Oh sorry. Yeah. Appreciate you.
For sure, and you can have this because I'm not gonna finish that. Yeah, do your thing. It's all right. You can stay here for a little bit if you don't want to drive. I'll call you an Uber. I don't have money. Okay, cool.
I ain't never broke.
Yeah.
Hell nah. The fuck. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway. Welcome back to Socks On or Off. But
hilarious.
You're funny. You should have a podcast.
For real?
Yeah, or come back on.
I'll definitely join you again.
Yeah, I feel like people fuck with you. Or we just go like live on something.
I'm down. This is
For
fun.
sure.
I actually enjoy this. I was nervous as hell, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. This is my first time ever on the podcast.
Yeah,
so.
a whole bottle in of sparkly bubbly.
Sparkly bubbly. Not even the orange juice.
Right. My bad. You didn't tell me.
Well,
I would have got the orange juice.
Well, you didn't offer it, so I figured you didn't have it anymore. So I just.
I got money. I ain't no broke bitch.
Okay. Well, can you go get it though?
No, I don't have it, but like, I would have gotten it. I do got some, like some.
You said you had it.
No, I said I could have got it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Next time.
Yeah, next time for sure.
Definitely. I had wine. I think that's what I said. I had wine.
What kind of brand is it?
It Sparks. It's really good.
It is.
It's sweet. It's really nice. You'll fuck with it.
Can I have a glass before I leave?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Not alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
We're not driving.
No, exactly.
But what?
And if I do, always Uber, bitch.
Right.
Lyft because it's cheaper.
What are cars?
At this point,
Man. Okay. We're on Coochie. We're on examining STDs.
All right. So you let me know how Coochie feels.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how Dick feels. Ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. As a man, I'm not gonna lie and say other men have not, or personally, I'd be like, I wonder what the no gay shit. We love everybody, but like, I wonder what it's like. You really have something in you, like that shit
like,
crazy.
If you were a girl for a day, I suggest you go fuck somebody with like a medium sized dick. That's the perfect good for me. I don't want real big. That shit hurts. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like big dicks.
I told you, I'm here for the average people. Shout out to us.
Okay, average. Yeah.
Because that's the thing with average, it is enough to do what it needs to do.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the pussy is only 45 inches. So if you're packing more than that,
425 or 45.
425. Yes.
I was like, damn, that's a lot of inches. You be back there. I was like, that's probably you, sweetheart.
Oh no! Let me just tell you, this pussy is tight. Okay. I hear it all the time. I take care of my pussy. I do Kegels now, even though I ain't had a kid, just for the extra, you know.
For sure. There's nothing better.
You gotta exercise your vagina first. Right. You gotta take care of your vagina, okay?
When you're this far
all
in,
that. Drink your water, all that.
Right. When you're this far in and you feel this, that's the best. A squeeze.
Oh,
it's the best thing.
Talk about squeezes. Whew. I know. That's the best thing, huh?
Man, it's crazy. It's like a hug.
Crazy.
It's like a dick hug.
I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
See, my favorite thing is, like, I love Missionary, right? I feel like everything.
I like it. I love it.
But listen.
But I'm not gonna lie, doggy.
I'm trying to put it in your back.
Or like to the side, but like you facing him.
Right. But see, you can pivot. You can pivot, and that's one thing. Like, if you're on your back, right, you can just move the hips. The hips determine everything, right?
It does.
But see, I feel like with Missionary, you're able to.
Recording still.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I thought that shit said pause.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Those are
this shit.
Those are numbers, not letters. This bubbly is good. Sparkly, non-alcoholic bubbly is nice. But yeah, I feel like you get to experience everything. You get to experience the beauty of the face. She has nice titties. You get to see them, especially if you put in good motion. They start to like do different dance moves and shit. That's gangster. Cute. And then she has a little belly. Oh, that's cute. You get to hold it. And then especially when, like, if you eating coochie, y'all always want to run when y'all about to nut eating coochie. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because it's too much.
But listen.
I'm about to nut, and like you keep going.
But hear me out. I learned something. Actually, somebody put me on game. They were like, if I'm coming, stay the same, right?
Stay
the same.
Don't speed up. Don't slow down. Just keep going.
I thought it made it better.
No,
it doesn't.
It loses it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Instantly.
Not you, but I'm sorry for men. But right. But I'm saying, so with a bigger woman in Missionary, you know that part right underneath the belly, but right on the hips. You get to just put your little hands right there, and then she tries to run. You just grip and pull closer. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what they be doing now.
Because y'all be trying to run. Like, for what?
Hey,
eating coochie. Hold on. That's fine.
Like, oh
eating coochie is not for y'all. It's for us. Right?
It is?
For sure.
I thought it was definitely for me.
It's not.
Oh.
Especially if the coochie's fat. The nose rests right on that little, what is that, fupa part?
No, it's not a fupa.
It's not. What is that little fat part?
A bitch just got a fat pussy.
But right above that part, just rest your nose right there. And then if you want to go like down to the hole, you hit your nose and like hit the clit while you're going down to. Gangster. But anyway, it's neither here nor there.
But yeah.
But yeah, missionary is the best. And then you can hold the ankles. I just feel like doggy is weird. Like, you get to see the booty and doggy the jiggles. It's like, cool.
It's cool for a minute though, but then I want to go back to missionary or like on my side, you know, when I'm facing you, so you can see my ass and my titties. That's a position, and if y'all haven't tried it, you should try it.
Yeah, y'all should.
Definitely.
But if you're not small enough, lose weight. It helps. It helps. I promise. I was able to do things for a longer time. Like, by 5 more seconds.
Oh, Lord.
Speaking of seconds, y'all need to stop saying that 3 minutes or 2 minutes is not a long time. Because what the fuck y'all be doing for 2 to 3 minutes?
Okay, when somebody says like an hour and a half, I know you're fucking lying.
That's crazy.
30, 45 minutes, I'm good. I've already came, like, I'm good.
Yeah, 5 times. Last time somebody told me they came 4 times in one session, I'm like, where was I at?
I've had somebody who never made me come. What? We fucked like repeatedly. I don't know how many times. He would try. I was just like, what are you doing wrong? Like, am I just not into it? Right. So finally, I was just like, I'm good.
You're hilarious.
Wait, hold on. I gotta laugh.
Then went to Mr. Sneaky Link.
And he was the best I ever had.
Shout out to your future husband. She's better now. She loves you. She loves you. She loves those kids.
This is true.
Look at all those kids you got.
Because if it's not good, then I'm not staying. It would have been a one-night thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
For sure.
And I feel like dudes are the same way.
I don't know. I don't know what bad coochie means. Because, like, at a certain point, don't they all just get wet and do the same thing?
Well, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I know that wasn't ladylike at all.
Nothing on here has been ladylike.
I mean, this is real-ass conversations that people have.
Right.
And
why not us?
Right. But, wait, what? What was the question?
Oh, how could there be bad coochie?
Oh. Oof, if it's dry.
If it's dry.
If it's dry.
So what does that mean?
Like,
so is the
you've
girl...
never had dry pussy? That's a good thing.
But dry
Yes,
pussy is
yes.
not like, and plus it, like, I don't know. I feel like it would hurt.
Oh yeah, it's not. If a man's not enjoying, like, you can fuck the wetness out, like all that friction, eventually it'd be dry.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, it's just like, I shouldn't be here anymore.
Damn.
Because I've lost interest during sex. I guess that's what bad coochie is. But it's because I just didn't see the person. I didn't see the person the same.
And when you're doing the same position, like over like for a minute, it's just like
I had no choice.
Like,
I had no choice. I was big.
oh damn.
I was big both ways. Anyway, I'm just playing, guys. You will find out I lie a lot.
Okay.
But
That shit is funny though.
But I feel like with my personality, you will never know if I'm telling the truth or lying.
Because I really did it. I thought
it's
he was
funny.
being so for real. I was like,
I mean, some of that's true. I just don't want to tell you what part.
oh shit. Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah.
no, it's been a good time. Anything else you would like to talk about? Any questions for me?
How has your year been?
Oh, my year has been filled with accomplishments and failures, but more accomplishments than failures. And looking back at everything, I've seen how much I've grown and how much I can be thankful for, especially with the podcast starting from a year ago and looking at every video that I did. You can see me dressing a little better. You can see me losing some weight. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that was a big motivation for me to continue to be better. But of course, a lot of failures. I allowed myself to get out of character. I allowed myself to be hurt by certain things or to be insecure when I should feel like I'm the best person in the world. So all in all, it's been good. Looking forward to the next year. I feel like with everything that I got going now, I feel like it's just going to continue to become a bigger snowball. Like I'm having another poetry night in February, hosting more things coming up next year. So all in all, it's been good. I'm alive. How about you?
This year has been crazy. The beginning traveled. I finally got to go to Mardi Gras. So that was an experience.
Titties are out.
Of course. Hella beads.
Hella beads.
But I went with my man at the time, so I'm surprised he let me,
See,
But-
now we're about to get to another tangent. So,
We
to
know
me,
how territorial dudes are sometimes.
I don't see. To me, if you're with me, right? I had to get to this point. If your titties are out and you're not allowed, like if it's for me and for you,
Exactly.
I'm all for
That's
it.
how it should
I'm all
be.
for it for sure.
But it's like, but it was
But, like,
like,
if you
I'm
out
not
your
about to let nobody grab me.
Right.
The fuck?
Because like, it's the fantasy that they have, but it's reality to me. I get to touch you. I get to take you home.
And they can just jack it up to you. Exactly.
But see, okay, that only gets. I can only feel that way so far. Because if she has OnlyFans, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, no.
If
That's
she
enough
does,
for me automatically.
if she did porn, I don't know. If we can do OnlyFans together,
That's a
gangster.
different thing.
That's gangster.
That's a different thing, totally.
Right.
But like, if she already had it before you,
Yeah, I don't know if I can do
like,
it.
I wouldn't even do that.
Because man, there was this time. Oh, it pissed me off. This is why. Like, I'm a nice man, but I'm trying not to be as nice, right? So there was this guy.
Okay, there's a sense of nice, like, oh, you're mine. Then a sense of like, oh, you're nice, like she runs all over you type shit.
So let me tell you what happened. So there was this girl I used to know when I was in elementary school or whatever, and I saw her when we grew up. I'm like, damn, she fine. So I've been trying to go out with her, and she would take like weeks to respond or whatever. So eventually, we ended up going out on a date, and we went to Bramble, and this shit was expensive, and it's a.
Oh, I just went there for
Yeah.
yesterday with my mom.
It's good.
That shit is bomb.
Not when you're paying for a bitch who don't like you, but
Damn, she just wanted a free meal, and I'm so sorry, but
anyway, I was hanging out with this dude like months later, and he was on his Tinder, and I was like, "Yo," her picture pulled up. I was like, "Yo," I took her on a date, and he was like, "This bitch was trying to get me to fuck like on the first day," and I was like, "Why?" And it hurt my feelings. So men, good guys don't finish last. Y'all just finish last with the wrong one. So continue to be good.
and fucking on the first day, that means she's a I'm
She's
so
a
sorry.
whore.
She's a hoe. Like, unless you're just desperate, like you actually need to get it in. Like, no, there's no.
Man,
You need to watch out for hoes nowadays.
you need to, man. How do you watch out for hoes nowadays?
I'm just
'Cause
fucking on
people-
the first night.
Because
like,
okay, so here,
unless y'all make it known what it is, like not
For
on
sure.
trying to date some type of shit, just talking type of shit.
how does
like,
that
if
work?
y'all-
Right, go
Okay,
ahead.
so for me,
Because you can. So I'm not saying this to be like judgmental. You can really be like, I just want to fuck, and be cool.
yeah,
That's weird. Not weird. Not weird. I'm not judging, but like to me, it doesn't. Because
like you have to be emotionally attached to the person first before
because
you.
like when I had sex with this second person, it was just that, just to have sex. And when I was leaving, I was like, bro, this shit was. It wasn't what I thought it should. I thought it was going to be like, especially after the shit I went through. I thought it was going to make me feel good. I thought it was going to.
It's
It was
'cause you're
cool.
still-
Nah, I wouldn't say in love. It was
Well, it's
just.
not that, but you're just.
I'd rather have a partner. I'd rather
Yeah,
have a
that's what it
companion.
is.
You feel me?
You're not. Your mindset isn't like I just want to fuck.
Yeah, like we were talking about the strip
Yeah.
club, but that shit's boring. I'd rather you.
It is. It really is.
I'd rather you be here with me watching anime or laying on me type like
See,
different
that's
things like
the,
that.
That's the difference between people nowadays. Like you have some people who just want to fuck you, and I've ran into many of those people, and they're not relationship types. And then there's people who are actually ready to for like a relationship who actually don't want to go out,
Right.
Like are okay with staying in.
Yeah.
And when I say going out, I mean like to the clubs and shit. But when I say going out, I want to like go to dinner or something like that. Like I don't want to go out. Or we could be sitting at home, like watching TV. I'm totally fine with that.
For sure.
I'm not picky at all. Like
Right.
I'm very simple, but like it's just like, anyways, hoes
Yeah.
are different.
For
Like
sure.
they want to be out.
Mhm.
They want to spend your money.
Man.
Like if you actually meet a girl and she willing to like pay for shit, she got her own money. She work. Like
You'd pay for a man to go somewhere?
hell yeah.
If I'd be like,
I'm not
hey,
gonna lie. I
need
spoiled my man.
I need $40
Like,
for a haircut.
exactly.
You got it?
Exactly.
What?
Man, just like that.
Man.
See, these broke bitches out here can't do that. Like, I don't understand. I'm
And
not
that's
saying
what-
you gotta have money, but it's just like
But that's who niggas be cheating on with, the broke bitches.
exactly, and I don't understand.
Like,
that.
bitch, if you had to Uber
Like,
here,
bitch,
if you had to Uber here,
if I had to come pick you up,
man, I would never. And that's what I don't understand. Like, men want to act so hard. And I'm like,
but if
nigga,
I had to, but
somebody
if
picked
you
you
ain't got
up.
no car, and you still living at home with your mama, and like you above the age to where you should have moved out. Like I understand hard times happen because like I had to move back in with my parents,
For sure.
after a breakup. But I was out for like 2 or 3 years before that on my own. You know what I'm saying?
And it sucks coming back.
It does.
Like, I never went.
It
So
does.
I've been on my own since 2017, 2018. And I've been here almost like 4 or 5 years. So I couldn't imagine going back to my mom's house.
Man.
I walk around naked here.
Okay.
Like a motherfucker. It's mine.
Dick swinging. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say swinging. It's cold out here. I would say, like, hanging around. Hanging out.
You're funny. We're gonna be good friends. You're funny.
Thank you. Thank you. But no, man. We were having this conversation before the camera came on. We were talking about, can a hoe be a housewife, right? You were saying all these men who want to stay home and want to chill, they're ready for a relationship. But the women we want...
Okay, I will say this, but it's after they've gotten their whole phase in, because
But do I want that?
if he's doing that before, he's gotten his whole phase out.
So let's just say,
like,
for a nigga
he's
like
gonna cheat. I
like
ain't gonna lie,
like
he
a
gonna
nigga like
cheat.
me, right?
Okay,
I didn't have no hoe face, right?
but I don't see you being the type to cheat unless like you're emotionally unhappy though.
For sure.
Like there's certain
I
people like
still
that.
I still didn't cheat. She did. Oh my goodness. Anyway.
Anyways, I don't know. For me, I like mine to get their whole phase out before they mess with me, because like I feel like, all right, they've had their fun, like they know what pussy is, like they've gotten out of the system.
Right.
So I'm ready for a real life adult relationship. So it's just like I'm mature enough to be like, all right, if you cheating, you're gonna do it again, and I'm done with you.
Right. Hold on.
Like-
So, didn't you cheat?
I did,
Are
but
you gonna do it again?
no, exactly. I've learned though. I've matured. Like I was young and dumb. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like.
Yeah.
And I've got my whole phase out. Like I'm ready to have a kid, honestly.
Right.
I'm ready to settle down. Like,
so here's the thing. So let's just say
that's just my perspective on things.
No, I
like,
agree.
you know.
I agree. So men are very prideful, regardless if it's a thing we should have or shouldn't have. So let's say we're out, you know, like at the mall, and we're in a serious relationship. You're like, oh, I want to take things slow. I want to blah blah blah. We run into a nigga like you was just getting dogged by, right? Just dick down.
Okay.
How do I feel at this point? Right.
I'm like, you have a right to start to feel a certain way because I most definitely would be like, oh, you fucked this bitch.
Man.
So you have a right to do the same thing. I'm not gonna say you don't, but like if I'm not seeing him no more, and it was just like, it is what it is, you know, like.
But we there.
Just learn to ignore it. Like,
we're at the mall to buy you something. He had you face down. I bought you dinner.
Okay, but at the end of the day, though, you had me face down too. You had me in multiple positions. Like you saw me like in my naughtiest time, you know.
For sure.
And it's just like you might have seen more than what he got to see. Because he might have just been like a one night stand, hit and quit it. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just like,
yeah,
it's different.
I fuck with you. I mean, I feel
like wait, because if a bitch comes up to you in the mall and I'm just like, oh, like you fuck this bitch too, but I'm just like, nah, because dudes fuck the same way they fuck every bitch. I'm not gonna lie,
right?
I feel like it.
So how would you feel?
It's just like it's different from a woman's perspective because it's just like, oh, like you're doing the same shit to her you did to me,
right?
But it's just like at the same time though, like you're not with her, you're with me now. So it's just like, but if you go back. And you still fucking with me? Oh no, y'all can just be together. Like I'm done. Like it excluded me out of that.
You won't be in a three?
No, person? I can't do that. I get jealous. I'm territorial. I can't do that.
But what if he treats you just?
Fuck no, I can't do that.
What if you
not at the same time?
What if you?
I have to agree to it.
What if you main bitch?
See, I don't want no sides. I don't like doing that.
Right, for sure. But it's like it's not really a side. Like you're an entree, right? And she's like a snack.
Nah, nigga, I better be the entree, the main course, and the snack.
Ooh, you better act like it.
Exactly. Nigga, if I'm spoiling you, I got my own job, I give you 50-50.
That attitude.
You should be all mine like I am all yours.
For sure.
Unless we sit down and have that conversation, like we want to have more fun, like we want to add a third person into it. You know what I'm saying?
And you can.
But I have to agree to it, and I have to pick the bitch. Because if you picking the bitch, the fuck.
Yeah, like you want her more than me. Yeah, I feel
exactly.
You. If you pick her,
and if we're doing like a 3-way or whatever, and like you giving that bitch more, I'm counting the strokes you're giving her. Like I'm saying, if you're gonna give this bitch head or not, which you should not be doing.
You should not.
You should not be doing that
at all,
especially if you're in a relationship. Plus, you shouldn't be doing that shit on the first date, anyways. You meet a bitch.
Yeah,
bitches are nasty out
right.
here.
But
like,
see, okay, so I'm the type of nigga like I wanna, even if it's
like,
a one night thing,
like,
I want to show
please.
you like a real nigga different.
Exactly, like I get you want to please a bitch and all that, like you think she's the one, but bitches is nasty. They fake, like they will tell you one thing, they have to prove it to you.
Yeah, how do you prove it to somebody? Because this girl told me how she said. Oh, I don't know if anyway, I had this experience one time.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. If we're talking for like a week and like I'm horny, like it been a minute, I'm not gonna lie, we gonna fuck. But like, if I'm only for you though, I'm gonna fuck. I'm not out here like fucking you multiple dudes. Like I'm not like that. Like I fuck one dude at a time. That shit nasty out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
in the span of 24 hours, I take a shower.
No.
You're the best.
What the fuck? Hell no. Cause that pH still gonna be off in the morning. You still got her shit on you. The fuck? What's soap gonna do? At that point.
What does soap do? Like
I mean, I get that, but like for me, that shit nasty.
Right.
I still see her riding your dick. Hell no. Man, I'm brutal. I'm brutal with the shit.
I see it. No, so people don't understand. So I've dabbled in like I licked booty before, right? Have you ever had that done to you?
Yeah, I love it. I like anal, all that. I'm a freaky bitch. Like, I like all that. I didn't mean to call you bitch.
No, it's all right.
But
at this point, you can call me whatever you want.
But it has to be for the right one, though. Like, if I see this going somewhere, I'm going to do it. But if I see, like, just, like, a hit it and quit it, like, no, you ain't about to do none of that shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't about to come here, you ain't about to go on my ass, none of that. You ain't about to give me no head, and strictly dick.
Because I go in
dick and pussy. Right. Pussy and balls. Like.
Right, because like, well, I mean, especially if the woman is not like she's done anal but not used to it. It's a process. It's a process
is.
because you have to.
I'm
like,
not gonna say I'm the bitch that does it all the time, but sometimes I like it to get a little bit more freaky.
For
you know?
sure.
Like I like a thumb in my ass for sure. But
and
like
that's what
anal
you-
is a totally different thing.
That's what you have to start with because
Exactly.
I don't know if you've ever actually explored a butt, but there's like that part and then like another anyway, you have to like get them excited
Exactly.
enough, right?
Oh,
And then the thumb thing,
Because double penetration is a wonderful thing. Let me just get at that.
Oh.
It's a wonderful thing.
Man,
Yes.
I would never experience that.
You will eventually.
You know what I'm saying?
For the
Like,
right girl.
no, because some niggas out here, they
No, not like that.
Okay.
I'm saying with like a... Come on
Hey,
now.
yeah,
Ain't no
yeah,
trains
yeah,
over
yeah,
here. I'm
yeah,
talking about with the toy and like with him.
No, I'm
or
saying-
like
I'm
a
saying
hand
that.
and like with him.
for sure. But
That's
I'm
what I'm talking
saying,
about.
I'm saying some men like things in them.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know about pegging a dude. I don't know about that. I mean, if he asked me, I'd be like,
You,
I'm
I can see,
uncomfortable with that.
you do.
No, I mean, I have to be in the right moment.
For sure.
I've never done that. I don't see myself ever doing that. But like, if I really love somebody, he'd be like, stick it in my ass. I'd be like, oh, okay. See, I've licked a butt before. I went too far down before. And he immediately was like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. And I was like, okay. So like, I've never ran into a dude who actually liked that. And that's how you know they ain't gay.
Okay, it's not that it's enjoyable. It tickles.
It tickles?
Yes, because especially like
Because you're not used to it. You never had it done before.
right, because like that little space from the balls down.
Like the gooch?
Yes.
Yes.
Tickles, right?
Really?
Yes. I don't know what it is, especially
I didn't know that.
especially if y'all going ham, right? All that saliva and shit.
Oh!
I fuck around and just accidentally. Yeah, I think that's what the jerk was.
Okay.
It tickled.
Okay.
It felt good, but he didn't want to feel gay.
Okay. But he was
That's
just like,
what it
nah, we ain't doing gay
Yeah.
shit. And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Now I know. I learned my place at that moment.
for sure. Whew.
Oh, that shit was funny. Anyways.
Man. We're an hour and a minute into it. Any other questions?
I think I'm good. Well, I think I asked you my question. Your new year.
Why am I so funny? I've been through pain.
I love dark humor over here.
Right.
Throw it at me.
Man. Dark humor is the best.
It is. I don't know.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you for being on the podcast. Amazing time.
It was fun.
I loved hearing women talk about sex. The coolest thing ever.
As long as they're open about it and they're real.
Right.
Like, I don't like that fake shit. Like
Like-
what you gotta be fake about?
Exactly. Like, there was this comedian. She was like, if I'm woman enough to suck dick, I should be woman enough to talk about dick.
About it.
Right.
Exactly.
Talk about sucking dick.
Exactly. We
I'm
all
for
grown.
it.
We're all grown.
I have a
Like,
vivid imagination, so
but you have to be in a certain personality. Like, you have to have fun. I feel like,
yeah, for sure.
upstern type people, they can't.
Man.
Oh no, I don't have
Ah,
sex.
sex.
Like, ew, I don't even know what that is. But you have like six kids.
Right.
Like,
That must be
bitch.
boring.
Exactly. Bitch.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Participation, ladies. Participation. Man. Probably save that question for another time, but thank you all for this. No, not this other episode. You got me really high.
Well, that'll happen.
Man, thank you
I
all.
always smoke good.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, and the little bit of that wine really had me fucked up as well. Oh shit! Yeah, I should be finishing up.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching. Shout out to you. You're an amazing woman. But
I try.
everyone, on a serious note, love yourself. If you do have these insecurities or different traumas, try to find different ways to cope, or not even cope. Find different ways to be a better person for yourself. You know, we all deserve to be happy. We all deserve to look in the mirror and feel love. So, love yourself.
And if you don't, then change.
Yeah.
Change is always good.
For sure. Protect yourself. Missionary is the best position. And we're out.
Bye.